What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video, man. In today's video, I'll be talking about 5 things I wish I continued to do early in life. Let's get into it, man. It's not in order, but I had to put this at number one. Number one, praying. Praying is very, very, very key. Earlier in my life, I haven't really been doing too much praying, and I really hold myself accountable of not really doing it, because basically, like, I believe, because I'm a religious person too, so basically I believe praying is basically, talking to God, having that better relationship with God. And basically, like, I say that I believe in God and all that stuff, but I don't go on my knees and pray, and have that relationship with God. So that's what one thing I wish I really, really continued, is praying and having that better relationship with God. Number 2, saving money. This is very, very crucial in people's early life, and very, very crucial in my life too as well, that I should have started and continue to save even more. Because I say back in like early 14, when I was 14 years old, I told myself, hey, I'm gonna start saving every dollar my parents give me, until my early adulthood. And what I did, I started saving and spent it. And I was young, didn't really know too much better. So I spent the money on, like, candy and all that stuff. Little childish stuff, toys and all that stuff. So I didn't really save. But in my early, 20s, I wish I really, really started saving. Because my second job, I basically started saving. I saved up, like, I think the most I saved in my first job, my second job, I saved $500. I saved that $500, but right around, I say like a month later, I spent it. And I told myself again, I started saving $500, and what I did, spent it. Most of that $500, I spent it on like food and all the other stuff. Once before, I saved up $6,000. I saved up $6,000 that one year. It was like in that middle of the year, I just spent it all on food, and the other part, I ain't had no car at the time, because basically I was Ubering back and forth to work, and basically eat a chunk of it too as well. Whenever, like, you have a downshift, you had that safety net, to basically cover that. If you lose your job, you have some safety net for like 3 months or so like that, to basically fall back on. Number 3, staying consistent, bro. This is a big one. This is one of the big ones. Staying consistent. Like, it was hard for me early in my journey trying to stay consistent, because basically this is what happened. I would basically start making videos like on TikTok. I was consistent on TikTok, but I started making them videos on TikTok, being consistent. And then when I hit my goal, it was basically to reach 1,000 followers. Cause back in the day, in TikTok, you had to go live to basically, you gotta have 1,000 followers. So basically, like, every day, being consistent, posting videos. And when I hit that goal of 1,000, followers, I started being inconsistent. And I kind of realized that I was basically chasing the result of basically, like, trying to go live, without basically, like, chasing the process. I didn't really have a goal, and I had a goal in mind, but it wasn't a big enough goal to basically keep going, And so, like, yeah. And basically, like, and making videos too on YouTube. Basically, I would start making videos on YouTube, and basically I wasn't being consistent too as well early in my 20s. That basically I'll upload a video, then I upload video next 2 weeks, next month, and all that stuff. And I wasn't being too consistent on it and stuff. And, like, I like what I was doing. But it was just I was being too lazy and all that stuff. And sometimes it would get to me about work, and basically I would get tired. And I know I say basically a lot, but I'm sorry if if that, made y'all mad, but I mean, hey, I really don't care. So yeah, so yeah, being consistent is it was very, very tough for me in my early 20s. Number 4, staying disciplined. This is a big one, bro. Staying disciplined. Like, bro, you have, like, I wasn't staying disciplined on basically like, okay, boom, if I feel tired, I gotta do it. I gotta go do it. That's when you have to really, really do it. Push yourself. Stay disciplined. It's basically kind of like consistent, but being consistent, but discipline is basically like, you know, you gotta do it when you feeling tired. You have to. Like you saying, I don't feel like doing it. No, get up and do it. Go on to work on time. Cause I was always being late, and I wasn't holding myself accountable, or basically, you know, being work on time. So I wish early in my life that I wanted to be more disciplined, and that's what I'm gonna start very, very doing throughout my life, of basically trying to be more disciplined. Number 5, working out. Man, if I kept on working out, man, I would be in so fit right now. 6-pack maybe, and you know, flat stomach. Yeah, I would have been way in better shape than I am right now. I say 2022, late 2023, you know, I started gaining weight, and I went into deep depression. And you know, eating and being depressed do not go well. So I kept on eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches and peanut butter jelly sandwiches. And early in school, like late school, the coach said, eat peanut butter jelly sandwich and work out with it. I ate peanut butter jelly sandwich and did not work out with it. So that was very crucial for me, basically, you know, gaining a lot of weight. So that's something I really, really should have, you know, started back, kept on doing. Working out, going to gym. Because I go to gym and basically next 3 months do not go and come back, you know, come back. And that's something you know, that's very, and that goes back to being disciplined and consistent. You got to be consistent and disciplined about going to the gym, your health. And that wraps up the video of 5 things I wish I continued to do early in my life. And if I inspired you or like motivate you, hit the like button, man. And don't forget to subscribe to your boy and put post notifications whenever, you know, when I upload a video, you'll know. But yeah, you guys, catch y'all on this video. Let's get it.